Yes, boys, so in today's video, we're going to go over market sophistication and why market sophistication is genuinely one of the most important things on ecom and just marketing. And we will be accompanied by Vita coconut water. Low key, I do not like this. I do not like this. I just heard it has really good health benefits and it has potassium. But like one of them ones are like, you smell it, you don't like it. You take a sip and it's calm, but the aftertaste is what's fried. But anyway, let's get straight into this. So, market sophistication. Market sophistication is the level of awareness, knowledge, and experience a target audience has regarding a specific product, service, or solution, often shaped by how many competitors have already made similar offers. Okay, so I'll get a lot more into it later throughout this video, right? So, when everything looks the same, choosing is hard. There is no clear best option. Everything blends in together. So people either choose randomly, delay the decision, or don't buy anything at all. But when the option is clearly different, when one brand is better positioned, better differentiated, or introduces a distinct mechanism, it grabs attention because it becomes more attractive and it's different, right? And it becomes clear the obvious choice. This is the practical meaning of market sophistication. So obviously, if you're marketing something in a market that's seen the product hundreds and hundreds of times, thousands of times, it's gonna make them just feel. It's gonna make them feel like this is something they've seen already, right? It's not gonna make them buy. You want to market something in a market where when you're marketing a product, you want to make it seem like the newest thing. I'm gonna break it down a little bit more here. So, here's a formal definition of market sophistication. So market sophistication is a level of knowledge your market has about your product category, based on how many similar products, solutions, and claims they've already been exposed to and how many they have tried. In other words, how seen a tool your market is. And as the market becomes more sophisticated over time, skepticism increases. So I'll give an example. So if you're consistently broadcasting a fucking hairdryer, right? The mechanism is the same. It does the same benefit. It gives the same desire, right? Everything is the exact same. Everyone's seen it hundreds of times, right? And it's getting boring. Let's say I'll give another example. A humidifier. It has the same mechanism and it has the same benefit and it solves the same problem, right? Everything is the exact same and everyone has seen it so many different times. The market is now getting sophisticated. So if you're just selling the product as a humidifier that can make your room smell nice, the market has been exposed to that hundreds of times because every single other person is doing it, right? And this is not going to increase your conversion rate. We want to market it as something where there's a new mechanism involved, right? And we're going to go deeper into this throughout this video. The longer the market exists and the more similar ads people see, the more saturated it becomes and the harder it is to win with simple generic claims. In other words, how seen a tool your market is, and as the market becomes more sophisticated over time, skepticism increases. The longer the market exists and the most similar ads people see, the more saturated it becomes and the harder it is to win those simple generic claims. That is why this graphic is so important. Over time, skepticism rises and your messaging needs to evolve. If everyone's seen the same ad, for example, about earphones, right? Cool, AirPods. They've seen it multiple times. They know it helps with music. They know you can listen to music through AirPods. They know it's Bluetooth. It's the same claims, right? Everyone's claiming that AirPods are the next best thing. Everyone's claiming AirPods can increase your audio quality. Everyone's heard this so many times. And the market is genuinely getting fried of the same claims. So when you're marketing a product, if you're marketing it in a way every single other person is doing it, you won't make money. Another example, if you're selling a body odor supplement, every single person is making the same claim that this body odor supplement can reduce their body weight by 5 kg in 60 days, for example. The same claim. Everyone's been using the same fucking claim for years and years now. It's the same thing. The market is now immune to the claim, right? Same way how you're walking down the road and you see a McDonald's. You're immune to this because you've seen it 24/7 and you know it's nothing new. You know there's nothing different about it, right? But whereas if you walk down the road and you see a Wingstop, for example, it's different because the market isn't immune to the Wingstop because it's something new. They know it's just something different. You get what I'm trying to say, boys? So it kind of relates into this. It's kind of like a weird example, but I mean, shit, food cuisines and ecom, it fits perfectly in this example, right? So look, market sophistication comes in 5 different stages. So level 1, brand new to the market. You can make any claim. So I will get into examples later. Level 2, make a bigger claim than your competitor. So now people are now starting to see that you're selling this product and they're now coming into the market to sell it. But now you just need to make a bigger claim than your competitor and you're chilling. Level 3, introduce a big differentiator that supports the claim and convinces the mind that this product works. So now making bigger claims ain't working because more people coming into the market. Now you need to make the product seem different. Make the product, the way that the whole product works, make it seem different, right? Level 4, create a newer or better differentiator that improves the previous one. Simple. Level 5, differentiator burns out the audience. Skepticism is at an all-time high. Full-on empathic marketing is now the only option. So we're going to go ahead and look at examples now. So look, market 1, the pioneer. So when you're brand new to the market. So what is this? This is the golden era of a product. You are the first one to market a product, or one of the very, very first, right? The audience has a problem, but they have never seen a solution like yours before. Because the market is entirely fresh, skepticism is virtually zero. You don't need clever marketing, complex angles, or massive brand trust. All you need to do is make a direct, simple claim about what your product does, and people will buy it. So the strategy is just make a broad claim. Example, think back to the very first iPod. Apple didn't need a complicated sales pitch about the audio frequency or the microchip inside. Their claim was simple: listen to 1,000 songs in your pocket. Another great example is the first generation of fidget spinners. The ad didn't need to be fancy. They just showed the toy spinning and said relieve stress and focus. It was new, so it was sold instantly. When you bring a new product into the market that no one's seen before, there is no need for the craziest claims. And even if you do the craziest claims, you will probably reduce your conversion rate. If somebody sees a product and you're saying, it does this and that, it does this, it's been scientifically tested, well, you don't, you're going to probably reduce your conversion rate. But if you bring in a new product to the market, and let's say, for example, it's an iPhone, let's say, we just had the example, let's say it's a football, or no, let's say it's a car. You don't need to say, oh, this is a vehicle that can take you from A to Z and it's full powered by electronics, da 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 da. All you need to say is a fast vehicle to get you from A to Z. Done. People are going to see that and be like, damn, this is something completely new. Then they don't need to make any massive claims. They're instantly going to buy it because it's brand new to the market and it's going to sell out instantly. Market level 2, the escalator. They're starting to make bigger claims. Your product was a hit, and now the copycats and competitors have arrived. The market is no longer brand new. Customers know what your product is, so a simple claim isn't enough to make them pull out their credit cards anymore. To stand out, you have to shout louder than the competitors. You must expand your claim, promising faster results, easier use, or bigger outcomes. Example, look at the razor blade industry. Gillette comes out with a 2-blade razor. Schick responds with a 3-blade razor for a closer shave. Then Gillette counters with a 5-blade razor for the closest, smoothest shave ever. In dropshipping, if a competitor's ad says lose £10, a level 2 market forces you to say lose £20 in 14 days without the gym. So now you have to make bigger claims than your competitors. Very simple. Market level 3, the mechanism. Introduce a differentiator. Eventually, the claim gets so big and outrageous that the market stops believing them. Skepticism is now rising rapidly. If you promise I'll lose £50 overnight, they'll roll their eyes and scroll past your ad. In level 3, the marketing is thinking. I've heard these promises before, now prove it. To win here, you must introduce a unique mechanism. You don't just make a claim. You explain how and why your product achieves that claim using a specific feature, technology, or secret ingredient, right? Example, think about Dyson vacuums. They didn't claim they had the strongest suction. They introduced a root cyclone technology. The market thought, oh, it doesn't lose suction because of the cyclones. That makes sense. In e-commerce, beauty products, instead of just saying removes hair, brands start selling crystal hair razors powered by nanoglass technology. The mechanism becomes the star of the ad. So now we're introducing a crazy mechanism, some crazy way to achieve the desires that no one else is doing that's completely different. That's how you're going to stand out. Market 4, the escalation of the mechanism. Your competitors have figured out your mechanism and have copied it. Now everyone in the market is selling nanoglass or cyclone technology. The market is saturated with the same features. To win in level 4, you have to upgrade your mechanism. You must create 2.0 version of the feature to prove why yours is still superior to the knockoffs. Look at the smartphone market. Having a camera on your phone was level 3 mechanism. Now we're in level 4. Phones have 3 lenses, ultra wide night mode AI powered sensors. In dropshipping, if standard IPL laser hair removal handsets were level 3, level 4 winner is the IPL handset with integrated ice cooling technology to prevent skin burns. You are selling the upgraded mechanism. This is now you're selling the upgraded version of the previous thing. Hence why you have iPods, then you had iPhones with fucking 1 camera, and I have iPhones with 3 cameras. Like iPhones have 3 cameras now. So you're just upgrading the mechanism. It's simple as that. Extremely simple, right? Now we'll head over to market level 5. The identity shift. Empathic marketing. The market is completely exhausted. Skepticism is at an all-time high. Customers have heard every claim. They've tried every mechanism and see every variation of widget 2.0. The product has become a commodity, meaning people assume all the options are basically the same. In level 5, features and claims no longer sell. The only way to win is through deep empathic marketing. You stop selling the product entirely and you start selling an identity, a lifestyle, a feeling, or community. Example, Coca-Cola is the ultimate level 5 company. They don't run ads talking about how crisp their water is or the mechanism of the carbonation, right? They run ads about sharing happiness. Liquid Death took the most boring commodity in the world, canned water, and built a massive brand by marketing it like a punk rock heavy metal lifestyle. You don't buy it for the water. You buy it because of how holding the can makes you feel. And we can do another example. When you're buying a Rolex, okay, it's a Rolex. If you're buying a Rolex, realistically, you're not buying it to tell the time. Why are you going to get a Rolex to tell the time? You can have a phone that tells you the time instantly, right? You're buying a Rolex so you can fit into a specific lifestyle and feel a part of a specific community of rich entrepreneurs or other rich people, right? You buy a Moncler jacket not because it makes you feel warm, because you like the design and you feel like you're in a community with other people who are rich, right? You want to fit into the community and fit into the demographic. That's why you're buying these items. First, analyze your product and the problem it solves. Look at what your product does that is unique, your mechanisms. For example, one client we worked with sells a hairdryer that has multiple mechanisms. Very quiet, a light ringing around that shows the heat level, iron technology that reduces frizz, and it solves multiple problems. Frizzy hair, slow drying, loud uncomfortable experiences. So step 1, list your mechanisms and list the problems that you currently have. Step 2, analyze the market. Look at the competitors selling the products and look at other solutions that solve the problem. Even if they're not in the same products, even if it's not the same products. For example, if somebody wants to lose weight, the solutions could be gym membership, personal trainer, diet program, medication, surgery. Different vehicles solves the same problem. Market sophistication isn't just about your direct competitors, it's about everything your customer has been exposed to as a solution to the same problem, right? So that's basically market sophistication. It's very, very simple. All you boys need to know is the 5 stages of market sophistication, and understanding that you need to understand what stage your product is in, so you know what sorts of marketing angles or strategy you need to do. Okay, but if you want to get access to all of my source that I drop, make sure you go ahead and join my free Telegram, and also follow my Instagram, where I'll be dropping live updates on what I do day to day. And yeah,